Welcome. Welcome to Thoughts Roundup. Thank you for being with me again today. Every church I go to, folks are listening to the program, and it always makes me feel like doing another program. And today was no different. People came up and said they were listening to Thoughts Roundup. Well, I have with me today a very distinguished guest, Brother Fallon Duty. Brother Duty, good to have you.
Yes, sir. Good to be here.
Now, folks, I've got to introduce you to this man. This is he's what it would be known as a sharp dude. He's a sharp dude. He's a jack of all trades, and he's into all the latest technology and that sort of thing. And I guess a lot of young people are, but he's a little bit more into it. Thank you for being on the program.
Yes, sir. Good to be here.
Now, you are Brother Wesley Jackson's son-in-law.
Yes, sir.
You married Della.
Yes, sir. Bella.
Bella.
Yes,
Bella.
sir. Yes,
Bella. Boy, she won't like me for doing that. Bella. And Bella's a sweet girl.
Yes, sir.
You know the difference in in-laws and outlaws. Outlaws are wanted. Anyway, thank you for being on the program.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to be here. And to clear that up, I do love my in-laws. I do. They were wanted, so.
They were wanted.
They were wanted, yes.
Yeah,
sir.
but we're not talking about it from that end. The other way around. But no, I can tell they really are proud of you.
Yes, sir.
And being in. Now, how long have you been to this church?
I've been here since really the beginning of November.
November.
Yes, sir. So just a few short months.
Did you come from North Little Rock?
Yes, sir. North Little Rock, Arkansas.
Brother Holmes?
Brother Holmes.
That little home missions work over there?
Yes, sir. It's tough to find, but if you start off the interstate of I-40 and ask a few people, they'll be able to point you towards it.
If they're real close, because it's so tiny.
If you find a local that's lived there for maybe 15 to 20 years, they'll know someone that knows where it is.
Whoever gave them the ground to build it on.
Yeah, yes, sir, something like that.
Yeah, well, that's very good. You know, the truth of it is, a lot of times I'm in a hotel or something, and you know how you meet people coming and going, and if anybody from Little Rock or North Little Rock, I say, do you happen to know where the Pentecostal church is there in North Little Rock? Yes! Yeah. And they tell you right.
Very easy to find.
Right, really easy to find. Well, now let's give Brother Jackson a little. It's not much, but a little free advertising.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the address of this church?
Yes, sir, I do. It's 1308 South 27th Street, Nederland, Texas.
1308 South
27th Street.
27th.
And if you're there, possibly on a Sunday night, you may hear a fiery young evangelist by the name of O.C. Marler. We're actually going to have him there tonight.
Oh, well. So, going right along, moving on, moving on. What is the name of the church?
Nederland Apostolic Church.
Okay, now, besides being son-in-law and besides the church, what are your plans here? What do you work in? Do you work in certain jobs and that stuff?
Yeah, you're talking about within the church or outside?
No, outside.
Outside of the church. Outside of the church, I have a mattress and furniture store here in town that's going now. I've started it as soon as I moved here, so we're getting that rolling, and I have some plans to do also metal buildings, like, people use them for everything. They'll build them behind their house for a workshop, or actually my mattress and furniture store is a metal building as well. So that's another thing I'm starting to dip my feet into.
Well, do you want to give a number, or do you want to we'll advertise that?
Well, the website is America's First Metal Buildings and Carports. America's First. That's our website. That's
Say it a little slower.
America's First. For America's First Choice, actually. America's First Choice National Building. It's metal buildings, carports. We can do the concrete and everything for you. So we're in Arkansas, Louisiana, Georgia, probably about 6 or 7 different states.
Well, what about people that's not ready to build a building? Don't you have some mattresses?
Yeah, we'll build the building, and we'll put the mattress and furniture. You could just live inside of it, really. We could do it all for only $50 down.
Hey, be careful, because somebody want to hold you to it.
Well, we've got $0 down for the building and then $50 down for the mattresses. So really, if you've got a decent credit, you could walk away.
Your mattresses are so powerful; they're better than the building.
That's exactly right.
This conversation is bogged down real bad. Hey, folks, I appreciate him so much. When I got here, he helped me. He took me here, there, took me to the store to get supplies, and took me to eat, and all of that. So I really do. It's people like you that make the wheels turn. You see a church and you think, boy, you just don't realize how much it takes to make it all go. And you have to have responsible people. It's not a hit and miss thing at all. You got to have responsible people.
Yes, sir.
And it's guys like you that makes it all go.
And I got the opportunity to get to ask you some questions about, since you've been preaching a few years, some of the experiences that you've had, maybe more in the past, right?
You talking about those questions you asked me in the car the other day?
Yes, sir.
Or eating?
Yes, sir. I got to ask Brother Marler a lot of questions, and he knows just a little bit more than I do, so it's nice to be able to.
Well, my daughter said when she was about 4 years old, she said, "Daddy, you can make up the truth if you know how."
Yes, sir. I've got to learn a lot in just a few, maybe 2 or 3 visits, and I think you've had an answer for every question that I've asked you so far.
Well, I hope I was right. Anyway, you speak a little bit now?
No, sir.
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm still asking Brother Jackson, when's it gonna be, So maybe if you put in a good word for me.
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing. That's not what I'm just looking to be a help anywhere I can.
Well, let's pay him to use you.
Kind of the opposite. You got paid to be there today and didn't have to say anything.
Hey, I didn't worry about that a bit. Brother Jackson he got to talking, and he just got to going, and I knew within 5 minutes he wasn't going to stop.
Mm-hmm.
So the message that if the Lord will let me, the sermon I was going to preach this morning, I just put it in a can. I put it in mothballs and bring it out one of these days.
Yes, sir.
And no, he did a super job.
And we had good church this morning.
Had good church this morning, and then we went all Pentecostal churches.
Yes, sir.
Just about go to Mexican food places for dinner.
Absolutely.
That's one of the requirements of going to heaven, is be sure you get Mexican food on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, is there anything you'd like to add and say, or anything?
I would like to hear you. I like to hear you talk. We might need to maybe give them a story or two that you told me. You know.
Well, I don't know. I can't think right off of anything. But we'll do that. I'll get with you folks later down the line. I just wanted you to meet this young brother, and I wanted you to see his spirit and attitude. I appreciate him very much, and just knowing him a little while. So anyway, thank you so much for listening to Thoughts Roundup today. Pray for us both, and God bless you.